This is the volume that I read from in my previous video. You might have seen that one. I just thought I would do a review of the actual book itself. So as you can see, it is a large hardback volume, and it is a collection of Lovecraft's fiction, all of his short stories and novellas brought together in one place. I think it's a really nice edition, actually, and so I thought I would just share it with you. As I said, it's hardcover. There is no dust jacket. It has this Cthulhu theme picture on the cover, with a sort of, as you can see, green being the dominant colour, and there is also a little bit of texture. The lettering is embossed. You can feel it's being pressed in, and then the eyes as well are a little bit three-dimensional, giving a sort of a depth to the image. And this little twig, not sure what that's supposed to be, as well. There's also this gold decoration, this foil sort of gilding, sort of goes around the cover, around the edge here, the border, and has on this little pattern as well. You can see continues on the side of the book, and the Cthulhu picture continues. This isn't 3D, it's just smooth. And then on the back, now that this is actually a sticker, I haven't attempted to remove that because I'm a bit worried it might damage the volume. I might just leave that. But you can see a little blurb on the back, a little bit about portrait of Lovecraft in 1915, published by Rockpoint Publishers. Hadn't heard of them before. This edition is 2019. So then we get to the contents. There's a nice introduction, which I have read. Just talking about Lovecraft, that's quite interesting. And then we have his stories, a lot of which I have read already. Although there will be some that will be new to me. And also I went through a bit of a phase of reading a lot of Lovecraft, and so some of them kind of started to blur together when you read one after the other, especially the short stories. You kind of think some I suppose some stick in the mind more than others. I thought I'd go through and see which ones I can remember. Beyond the Wall of Sleep, of course. I've also read that on my channel, so you can check that out if you like. Again, I'm pretty sure I've read some of these, but they just don't immediately spring to mind. I'll just pick out a few. The Outsider, of course, I read that as well. Herbert Rest, Reanimator, that one to me has had a slightly different feel to it, and for that reason kind of stuck in the mind a bit. The Rats in the Walls, that's a good one as well. The Call of Cthulhu, of course, very famous story, part of the Cthulhu mythos. Pickman's Model, that's another famous one. I'm not going to spoil any of these by talking about the stories, but some of them you've probably heard of. What else? The Whisper in Darkness, that's a good one too. The nice twist at the end. At the Mountains of Madness, I think that's the novella, isn't it? Or one of them. And that's a very good story too, about Antarctica. The Shadow over Innsmouth, I really liked that when I read it. That's also part of the Cthulhu mythos. A lot of the stories tie into that, or different aspects of Lovecraft's sort of imagined universe. Okay. Yeah. And then as well as the stories, there's a specific, which may be why you don't automatically recall what they were about. And here we have the little life and times of H P Lovecraft, although it begins before his life. Edgar Allan Poe's The Narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym is published by Harper Brothers, New York. Lovecraft's father. Here we go. Howard Phillips Lovecraft is born, the only child of Winfield Scott Lovecraft and Sarah Susan Phillips. 194 Angela Street, Providence, Rhode Island. So in 1890. Due to his fragile health, Lovecraft attends elementary school intermittently. He was not a well person for all of his life. And then various sort of events. Publications. Lovecraft's short story, The Statement to Randolph Carter, is published in The Vagrant. We see various dates of publications of his stories. Yeah. Yeah. So that's just interesting to have, I think. And then we have a little section on further reading. So books on H P Lovecraft. So if you are interested in the author, there's some other reading you can do. I might check some of those out actually, it might be interesting. And then other authors of the weird from Lovecraft's era. I think my understanding is that Lovecraft was quite happy for other people to write stories, that tied into his world. So maybe that some of these authors wrote stories that kind of could form part of the mythos as well, maybe if you wanted to accept them as canonical. And then some contemporary authors. Stephen King gets a mention for The Shining of The Stand. I wonder why those specifically. I have read The Stand, but not The Shining. It's interesting. But anyway, that